All right, well, if you are anything like me, there are times where maybe you get to the end of the week and you actually get to go fishing, and you get so excited to go fishing that you don't really prepare for your time out there on the water. And whether it's just for fun, or maybe you're preparing for a tournament and you have a limited amount of time to go out there and find bass. Well, what I have found is that there's a really simple tool that I've started to use a lot that can really help me not only before I get to the tournament, but also while I am on the water. And in today's video, I want to talk about that. Now, this particular tool is actually an app. It's Omnia's Premium Pro app. And I just want to show you guys a couple of really awesome features of this app that really help me in a lot of different situations out there on the water. Now, the first big thing is that this particular app now has Navionics maps incorporated into it. So at no additional cost for members, you can actually get mapping contours for over 44,000 lakes across America. So that's pretty awesome. Also, it comes in, the contours come in 1 foot intervals. So you're gonna have an extremely detailed map of some of your favorite lakes. I mean, all of your favorite lakes, as a matter of fact. So that's one thing that you guys know how big I am when it comes to, before you get on the water, kind of looking at a map. This is something that is so critical. And now you have a really good map in the Premium Pro app to do that. Now, the other thing that I really like is all the different layers that this particular app has. So for example, you know, something that I really like to do in the spring is find that warmer, dirty water. And a lot of times, you know, we kind of know where this is, you know, on the northern part of a lot of the lakes and the reservoirs that we have, you know, that's a lot of times where you're going to see this particular type of water. But the cool thing about the app is it has a bunch of different layers that you can overlay over kind of the map of the lake that you're fishing, to be able to see not only water clarity, but also the temperatures. So you can actually look at your map, select, for example, the water temperature, and it's going to show you where on the lake you are having the warmest water. So although everybody may be going north on the lake, you know, where the river comes in and it's dirtier water, you may see that there's a pocket kind of on the south end of the lake that actually has some warmer, dirty water coming in. And so that is something that's really important. Like, that can help you while you are fishing to go out there and catch more fish. Now, another thing that I know that I am going to use a lot in the summertime here is there's two layers. There's one that's it's a vegetation layer, and then there's another one that is a bottom composition layer. And something that I really like to do, especially in lakes that have a lot of grass, is this is kind of known, but it's also something that a lot of guys don't always concentrate on, is that anywhere that you can find hard bottom areas in grass, it is really going to help you to locate a lot of fish. Like hard bottom areas that butt up against grass, or hard bottom areas kind of inside grass. Like when you have those mixes of cover and structure, I'm telling you what, that is one of the best places to catch bass. For example, like I've done that a lot up in the north, especially like when I fished up in New York, when I fished up in Minnesota. Anytime you have those here in Ohio, I do this all the time as well. And especially I mean, it works everywhere. Anywhere you have hard bottom really close to grass, that is a prime zone. Now with this particular subscription, they have a bottom composition app. It shows you where on the lake is kind of the harder bottom areas. Now guys, it's not 100% perfect, but it is pretty close. And so what you can do is you can look and kind of compare where's the vegetation, where the hard bottom areas. If you find where those kind of areas overlap, bam, that is a place that I am going to concentrate on. That's a place that, you know, I can pull up, I can just really just start fishing. A lot of times you're going to be able to feel the grass with a cast. You're also going to be able to feel if that bottom is hard with whatever lure that you are using. So that is a way that that's going to help save so much time out there on the water, because really anytime I can find harder bottom, it is key. Now you add harder bottom with that cover of grass, man, I'm telling you, it's really dynamite. Now another thing that I'm really pumped about is, if you guys have been around my channel, Bass Fishing HQ, and this channel, you know that I'm like really starting to fish a lot more glide baits. And I'm not throwing huge glide baits. I'm not throwing 10, 12, 14, 18-inch glide baits. I'm throwing, for example, like this Spro one a lot. And I also like the bait like the Mag Draft. I've talked about this a lot. Now, something that I've never really been able to do, besides with my own two eyes, is a lot of times when I'm swim bait fishing, I like to find clear water that has a wind kind of blowing into it. Now, when you're out there on the water, you can kind of guess where these areas are gonna be. But now again, with the app, there's a huge thing that I'm gonna start doing, and you can actually overlay the water clarity, and then you can actually, on top of that, you can overlay the wind direction. So you're gonna be able to see kind of where this wind is whipping around the lake, because it doesn't always just go straight across the lake. Sometimes it kind of curves with the structural features, the topography of the land, and you can see where those clear water sections are and where the wind is like crashing into them. And that's gonna be really key when it comes to swim bait fishing, like really key. So I don't want this to sound like a complete sales pitch for the Omnia Premium Pro app, but I know that it kind of probably did sound like that. But truly, guys, this is a tool that I'm going to use a lot this year for a number of different situations. And now with the mapping that you have on there, with all these different layers, it's like ideal. And there's a free trial. Like I will leave a link down below if you guys want to start a free trial. If you want to pay for it, I think it's like $49 for the entire year. But the really cool thing about that is that you actually get, if you pay $49 for the year, you actually get 10% back on any like lure purchases or tackle purchases that you make at Omnia, simply by having Premium Pro app. So really, if you think you're gonna spend $500 in fishing this year, you will see $50 back. And so that pretty much pays for itself, let alone you get all these cool features with the app. And you also get free shipping. So guys, I know that this probably sounds like a complete ad for Omnia's Premium Pro app, but truly it's a tool that I'm going to use. It can help you save some time out there on the water. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see my most recent one, I will leave it linked right here, and I will see you guys tomorrow.